They're coming to you every Wednesday night. And it's gonna be as wild as it can be, with no apology. And you're gonna love the show. They're all their own wildflowers. Wednesday night on Facebook. They'll be talking, laughing, shouting, and shaking their fists. Bonnie and Mandy. Make sure you're always watching. You could miss it if they ever kiss. Those two wildflowers did what they had to do, and now they're free. And it's gonna be as wild as it can be, with no apology. Bonnie, Scalisi, and Mandy Jones, Wildflowers.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're looking live at the Wildflowers. I'm Mandy Jones, and this is...
Bonnie Scalisi. How are you, everybody?
How is everybody doing?
We want to thank Robert Souless for that intro song. We forgot the last two episodes. Thank you from the band Street Fighter. He wrote that very lovely song for us. And we have a great guest coming on in a minute. And I'm going to let Mandy introduce him, since I forgot to ask what I should say.
We totally didn't even give the formal intro.
Yes, we forgot the formal intro. Maybe.
So should we just bring this guy right on? Or are you going to do some shout-out cities before it? Because you know he's not going to let you do shout-out city once. Once he gets on, the shout-outs are done, guys. This is a different show. We're bringing back someone who's very, very special and dear to us. So if you are new to the show, this is going to be fun. Robin's saying groovy. Hey, Robin DeVito.
Robin goes, my bottle of wine is getting bigger.
I know.
It is getting bigger.
We got more and more problems.
Hey, Bill Hansen, how are you? David Lange, he's the one that was singing to Robert Souless' song. Street Fighter's been playing all over the place. With Long Island closed, I don't know how they're getting so many gigs, but they are everywhere, like almost every weekend. Joan Krupiasha, how are you? And David Lang is singing the lyrics to the song, which is really cool. So Bobby Furbush is saying hello, ladies. Do you know Bobby?
I don't. What up, Bobby?
Welcome, Bobby.
Welcome.
Stick around. This show gets crazier as the night goes on. It's only 1 hour. And you won't miss the debates either.
So the person that we have...
And your mom is here.
Hi, Mom. So the person we have is, he refers to himself as the soulless husk.
And he also refers to himself as comedy's best kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that. He was formerly a Three's Company radio show host.
And he will always be
near and dear.
Only two of them, so. Sean Landolfi.
And he's better than Jim, honestly. Let's bring on Tony Landolfi. Welcome.
I have lipstick all over my face.
I know, it's all over you. So Tony,
yeah.
How have you been?
All right.
It's been too long. We saw you at the Comedy Crawl, but that was just a brief.
Was so fun.
It was.
I thought so.
It was good.
I have low standards.
Comedy Crawl was a good time. I had fun.
I mean, I was in between you and Chris Roach.
I know. When we looked at the lineup, Bonnie's like, "Oh my God, I'm following Tony," and then I'm right before Chris Roach. She's like, "What's happening?"
Actually, Chris Roach was first, then me, and then Tony was after me.
Yeah.
So I was a sandwich. I was in the middle of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Christopher Brian Roach and Tony Landolfi. You can't get any better than that.
Bonnie was the buffer.
Yeah, the double stuff.
Like the fluff in the middle.
Nice.
Oh, my boyfriend is watching.
He made it.
He said hi, Tony, and the ladies.
Hey, Michael.
Me and Michael, it's almost our 1 year anniversary next month.
Oh my God, you guys are like counting down the days.
He tells me. He has a better memory.
Does he know? Like, does he know better than you with the anniversary?
He does.
When it comes
Yeah,
up?
I'm terrible with dates, and I forget everything. Yeah.
That's
So
it.
so what have you been up to? I know we saw you at the
Did the comedy crawl, and that's about it. I mean, COVID has put a damper on everything, and I haven't been doing. I've been doing a lot of things like this with different people.
Who?
different podcasts.
You been podcasting around without us?
different, different podcasts with different people, and just a lot of fishing.
Oh, I
I
saw your
know.
post today. I
Yeah.
think it was Terry's
It was
post.
McNeely post.
Yeah.
I thought it was your post, and it said it was your last fishing trip.
No, his last fishing trip.
Oh, okay, his last.
He's a
fishing
bitch. But I fish until the end of November.
So he's calling it quits this early?
Is it because
Yeah,
it's cold
probably.
outside?
I think so, or he just.
It's
I don't
getting
know.
earlier for him.
Well,
Too early.
He
Tired.
he can't do any background work because of this, because they've stopped taping everything. So has to travel everywhere for comedy gigs.
Yeah, that's
Right,
hard.
right.
Out of state because
That's
New
right.
York
Yeah.
State, God forbid, we could do
Right,
comedy.
we can't crack jokes here.
We can't crack jokes here, but so he's been he just got back. He was down in the Carolinas and shit, and then he got back 2 days ago, and then he's got to go back out again on the road because he's heading down to Missouri and stuff. So for him, probably
Well, the
because he's
traveling is
got
probably
a lot of
exhausting.
traveling and stuff like that to pay the bills. So he's still a bitch.
Pay
He's
the
still a
bill.
bitch.
He's still a bitch. Is that
Little bitch.
Aw.
that
We love
shows
you,
that's
Terry.
his good friend. He's a good friend to call another one a bitch.
No,
Joe
he's a
Kubiacha
boy.
is specifically saying hi, Tony.
Oh, hello, sweetheart.
Well, we were all supposed to be on the Tony show before, Terry show before fucking
Two shows we missed
Yeah.
of his because
Yeah.
of COVID.
Because
pandemic.
of COVID.
Two of them. Yeah.
Goddamn
It's-
pandemic. He is one. He gave me a whole lecture today about the mask. Where
I
it's-
agree with Terry's
Where
politics.
it's,
So
we're all sheep, and we're all, because we had to go into the deli today to get breakfast. So we were in the deli for like 7 minutes with masks on, me, him, and my dad. And he was like, I just had to breathe in, no carbon dioxide. And I'm like,
You're a relentless drug addict for years.
Nothing, right, like
You're
all
fine.
all the booze and stuff that you put in your body.
The cigarette. Yeah, go outside and smoke
Yeah,
a cigarette.
exactly.
Get some fresh
He
air.
smokes 2 packs a day, and he's wearing.
maybe that's why he can't breathe in the mask. Captain Splash, how are you? She's tuning in. In case you're wondering who we're talking about his best friend, who is Terry McNeely, who
Crazy
is
son of a gun.
very funny
Look him up.
comedian.
He's hysterically
And
funny. I wish
I-
he would have came with me today, but he was.
He's too much of a prima donna.
He was very. We were up early.
Bill
so-
Hansen wants us to bring Terry on as a guest. We'll work on
Yeah,
that.
we'll get him.
But Terry, like Tony was saying, is traveling a lot.
Yeah.
But I do love Terry McNeely's Facebook posts. I just have loved them for almost 2 years now. They've cracked me up. And what I do on my Facebook page is kind of like, I
Don't
won't say I
follow in
copy
his
him.
footsteps, because Terry does not give a fuck.
Dumpster
I,
fire.
Doesn't-
I'm following
We
his
curse, we
footsteps.
curse.
Yeah, yeah.
But he has more of a thicker skin than
Doesn't
me.
give
Yes.
I don't.
Terry can
Yeah.
take it. Like if
Yeah,
you,
I'm not good.
I mean, all day when we're together, all we do is rip the shit out of each other.
Really?
Oh, that's all
Tell
we
us
do.
some examples.
All day. That's
I-
all we do.
Can you remember like a dialogue between the two of you?
Oh, it's just stupid. We make like stupid jokes or whatever. Like I said something to him, and he looked at me and he was like, "You don't have to be grumpy. You don't have to choose to be grumpy all the time." And I said, "Well, you can go get a spoon and eat my ass." That's like that's just we just go back.
You say this quietly so the fish can still bite.
No, we just go like just whatever. It's just he'll start complaining about something, and I'm like, "That's because you're a little bitch." And then, or same thing if I'm, complaining about something, and he's just like, "Stop being a little girl."
Yeah.
He's
Get the sand out of you.
get your sand out of your vagina and all that stuff. It's just a back and forth, and it's constant. But he knows I love him like a brother, and I know he loves me like a brother.
Right.
And he loves your dad.
Oh yeah, he loves my dad. My dad loves him too. There will never be a time I will not be there.
Let me tell you
And then
something.
same thing with him. Like I had a problem with some dude who was like stalking me and shit, and he showed up at my house and stuff. And I called Terry up and I was like, "You home?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'll meet your house in
We
15
gotta go take
minutes."
a ride.
I'm like, "They get
He's got
car."
your back. He's got your back.
And he was like, "We gotta go tune somebody up." And I'm like, "I don't want to tune him up. We're just gonna talk to him." All right, whatever. Just come get me. You know, we just went and did what we had to do. But
Well, Andrew Ferdinand is tuning in, and he said this guy looks like Tony Walker with a hat.
Oh.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't
I
look
do?
anything like Tony
Yeah,
Walker.
really?
I wish I was as thin as
Yeah,
Tony Walker.
seriously.
Andrew Ferdinand is very funny. He's going to come up with a lot of funny lines during this. But you know who I really have a special place in my heart for is Terry McNeely's mom.
Yes,
Barbara, she's
Barbara
When
McNeely.
my dad was in the hospital, she texted me. I
Yeah.
don't even know. I don't remember giving her a text number,
Maybe
but
through Messenger,
she
or was it
no,
actual
it's a
text?
text me, and she said she was having prayer
Yes.
groups for my
Aw.
dad.
She's
And my
very
dad recovered.
religious. Terry's mom.
She's such a wonderful,
It's very
wonderful
weird.
woman.
So funny she raised that
because-
little heathen.
Because she's
A little devil.
she's very religious. And
She's
it's just
very
like
religious.
A
You
ton
know,
of venom comes out of his mouth.
I can't believe
She's
she
one of the
watches our.
nicest
She
people.
loves our show.
she
She must not be hearing all of it. She must be just watching it.
So Michelle Astor is coming on, and she told me to tell you that our show with her got over 2,500 views already.
She's been sharing the shit out of it.
Wow.
and
nice.
thank you, Michelle, for sharing.
Yeah.
Share mine too, Michelle.
Yeah, seriously. Let's get this one up to 2K.
Yes, and I watched her on Dan Romano's show with Natalie,
Oh yeah.
and it was a very interesting show. So
Yeah.
I'm sure, Michelle, that you had a very interesting experience. Dan Romano was actually our guest this coming week.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
So
that
we got
should
two
be very
Italian,
interesting.
I'm sorry.
2 cannolis back to back for you guys.
I was on
Two
his
cannolis.
I was on his show a while ago.
Oh my God, he starts saying the most
And
outrageous stuff.
he's like, so you're Italian? I go, yeah. How many times you been in jail? I was like, never. I've never gone to jail. Yeah, there's no way you've never been to jail.
Come on,
And I
never
was like-
one night in the doghouse.
I've been arrested, but I've never been to jail. Nothing ever stuck.
Does that mean that
No.
Dan Romano has been in jail?
I guess that's what he was
You-
trying to
listen.
tell us.
All right, now-
If you don't believe it, they're not in jail. Yeah.
Well, that's a line of questioning that I will definitely go down.
Ask
Uh,
him. How many times
He's always
he's
putting
been
other people on the hot spot, so we will put him on
Yeah.
the hot spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about
And he
his
was
arrest
like-
It's
record.
very controversial.
He was sitting there, and I'm like, "This is your show, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Why does it look like he just got done playing third base and then decided to go do like he was all dirty and shit?" I'm like, "You couldn't freshen up before you."
He's got
Your
pizza
voice.
dough on his
Come
Oh,
on.
fucking.
he's got like flour on his shirt and shit. His hat's all disheveled.
Oh, I always fuck with him. He's always like, "What?" I'm like, "No, you're fine, dude."
I like to fuck with him because he takes it serious. Like
Yeah, he's a big sweetheart.
he doesn't realize you're fucking with him, and then he's
That's
just-
like me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
worse than you. Like you
Oh my
get
God,
it
that's
sometimes.
bad. That's
He
bad.
he does not know that you're like when you're fucking with him. He does not know you're fucking with him, and then he's like, "What do you mean?" Like he takes it all to heart. I'm like, "Dude, I'm fucking with you." Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's very sensitive in his
Yeah.
own way.
Well, the other night I was telling the boys about how you used to spray me to not
curse.
curse on this, and you
Oh, that was funny.
You know, one day you were really trying to get me riled up, and I'm like, "You're a really mean guy," because you're like, "Say it, go on."
You asked me to.
That was
So,
fun. That was good, clean fun.
That was good, clean.
It,
fun.
it was. So Andrew Ferdinand seems to have like this thing about you and Tony Walker. He said, if
Oh my
Billy
god, he's
Joel-
obsessed.
If Billy Joel needed a double, it would be Tony Walker. If Tony Walker needed a double, it would be this guy. LOL. Meanwhile, I don't
Thank
see
you.
I
any-
know what.
I don't see any similarities between the two of you.
We're both bald.
We're
and we
on
have
Long
beards.
Island, I guess.
There you go, and we're both named Tony. All right.
Yeah, they both have the same first name.
Yes, that's
I will
about
say
it.
that.
Oh, you can't take calls. So that
Yeah,
raffle guy
yeah.
who used to call our show.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. Dennis, he never came over to the live
He
feed.
can't call you.
I don't think he knows how to get to our show.
Yeah, we left him with governors. Fuck.
What did he call himself? DJ
Dennis, DJ D Love.
DJ D Love. That's right.
I know.
You guys were so mean to him.
I was so mean to anybody that called.
Mandy was.
Raz would call him like, "Get off the phone."
Mandy was an equal opportunity. Like,
Yeah.
what-
Yeah, I
you
was
know,
mean to everybody.
Say what you mean to say, or get the fuck off the phone.
It's my show.
Mandy was an equal opportunity destroyer. Yeah. I'd
Well-
at least give you a shot. Yeah, like 2 minutes. And if you didn't do anything good, then 2 minutes.
Well, a couple of times we got on the phone, it was like a couple of long, drawn out things. Tony was
Oh
like,
yeah, oh yeah.
And
and
it
I'm
was
like,
just,
I don't know.
you let him go, and then like the way I used to put it is he drove 10 miles to get there, and when he got there, the store was closed. Like he didn't deliver.
Right. Really long
anything.
setup.
And then he's like,
no
"Oh,
punch.
I'm gonna rap now." Okay, and he rapped the word boy with the word boy with the word boy. And it's not like it's a hard word to rap to
Yeah,
rhyme
it's not
with.
orange or something.
It's like just da 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 boy, da 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 boy, da boy. And it's, yeah, and then everybody's getting mad at me for making fun of him. Like, what?
Well, he is on the Asperger's syndrome. So
Yeah, nobody told me that though.
Yeah,
you
we
knew,
should have told you that.
but nobody told me.
Nancy Weems, how are you? Nancy Weems is joining us. Yeah, it's like everybody has a label now. I could label myself insane, and that would kind of stick. So it's like, no, but I have 2 autistic sons, and yesterday I went to court, and I want to thank all the people on Facebook. I have almost 300 people who responded to. I just said passing of the torch because my dad is 91 and I took over guardianship. Because my dad has dementia, so he really shouldn't be making decisions for my brother at this point.
Yeah, and that's
So-
a big thing. So what, he had to sign paperwork and then you took it over?
Yeah, and it was a lot more complicated than I thought it was. And I'm going through 2 other court cases at the same time, not including that one. So at least this one.
Who's
is
got the
off
arrest
the
record?
shelf.
Let's get back to Bonnie's arrest record now.
You have an arrest record, Bonnie.
No,
Oh, you're a teacher.
no,
In
it's
and
By
out
the
of
way,
court.
your boyfriend said I look like Stalin. What?
What? I don't see. Oh wait,
If you Tony from profile and mustache, he looks like Joe Stalin.
Yeah.
what?
As the computer,
Michael,
as the computer was loading, I said, "Wow, the ladies have Joe Stalin as a guest."
I don't know who
Joey
I know
Stalin.
Joe Stalin is.
You don't
He's
know
not a
who,
good person.
You don't know who Joseph Stalin
I love
is?
how we're on a
But-
first name basis with Joe
but-
I
Stalin.
call him Joe.
But I don't know what he looks like. Honestly, I have no
He's
idea.
got
what
a
he
big
looks like.
mustache.
You
Michael, behave yourself.
wait a minute.
And Andrew is saying hello. Oh, he's saying hi to my boyfriend.
You were a fucking teacher.
I taught kindergarten. Am I going
Yeah,
to
they
teach
don't know
You
That's
still had to go to
Stop.
college and shit to learn how to become a teacher.
No,
They don't talk about
No,
that.
you were just like, I'm going to be a
forgot
teacher
everything.
today, and you
I
never saw a picture of Joseph Stalin ever.
I have, but I don't remember what he looks
Oh
like.
my god!
I know what Hitler looks like.
I have Joseph Stalin in
Joseph
my
Stalin
wallet.
killed
in
more
my
people than
locket.
Hitler. Hitler's only responsible for what, 6 million Jews being dead?
And my boyfriend is adamant. They only
Right.
talk about the 6 million Jews. They killed thousands and thousands of Christians and all
They
kinds
did.
of other people. But why do they only talk about the 6 million Jews?
Because it was,
Michael, I don't know.
There was six-
It's part of history.
there was 6 million of them, not thousands. 6 million.
Yeah,
Joseph
I'll
Stalin
come
is
back with
responsible for about 100 million
He's
of his
from
own people.
I know,
Russia.
Russia.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
because I want to say.
Yeah, everybody, I don't understand. This is going to go on a
Nancy
weird
Bean goes,
tangent.
I'm fabulous. Yes, you are, Nancy.
I-
Tell us about Stalin.
I don't know. I don't know how
Your
Hitler.
husband. I almost said your boyfriend. Your husband's watching.
I don't know how Hitler shot up to the top of the list.
Yeah.
Because you have Stalin and then you have Pol Pot. Pol Pot was responsible for murdering.
Remarkable.
Who?
Pol Pot. He was
I don't even know who that
the
is.
Khmer Rouge. He was responsible for murdering hundreds of millions of Vietnamese and Cambodians. It's like, and everybody's always like Hitler. Somebody said like he's the Hitler of something. You're only third best then.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I would rather be
Maybe
told
it's
to-
the way Hitler killed people.
We were the Hitlers
You
of
know,
fucking Gub's comedy.
He made lamps out of them and put them in gas chambers. And
That's-
he did like really.
Lamps.
He,
Really?
Yeah, he made lamps out of
Lampshades.
lampshades out of the human skin.
like Ed Gein.
Yeah,
Ed Gein did
and
the
he
same
did all kinds of horrible things with the
Well,
box.
actually,
I think that's why
He didn't
rose
do
to
it.
the
It
top.
was like Goebbels and stuff like that. Those guys were doing it. It's very sad. I've been to Dachau. It's very sad.
And my daughter went there.
It's
She said it was one of the most depressing places she's ever
the
been.
weird
She
thing.
never wants to go back.
The weird thing about when you go there, so like you're standing outside the gate and everything is fine, life is normal, everything like that. You come through the gate and the gate closes behind you and it's dead silent.
That's weird.
You can't hear anything. You can't hear birds chirping. You can't. There's cars driving by outside. You can see them, but you can't hear them, and it's just
Wow.
dead silent in there. And then you
Eerie.
just go through the whole thing, and you start. Dachau was the first one. It was a labor camp, and then turned into concentration camp.
Okay.
And it was like the blueprint for the rest of them, so like Auschwitz and Poland and all that stuff like that. And you go through the whole thing. It's like a U-shaped building, You go through the whole thing, and you just read like the atrocities that were done to all these people. It's pathetic. I mean, I'm sorry, not pathetic. It's disgusting.
Right.
That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. It's very sad, and you go through, and then you come out, and you're like, oh my God, thank God that's over. And like, and here's the ovens, and you're like, oh my God, like it's the ovens and the shower, and we walked in. It was me, my wife Karen, and my brother James, and we walked in, and Karen saw the oven, and she was like, I can't be in here, and she walked out. But she didn't walk out the door we came in. She walked into another room.
Oh my God.
And that was the shop. So she went from.
Oh my God.
They told them they're so dirty and filthy, and they're like, "Oh, go in this room.
Yes,
you
we're
get a
gonna
nice
get a
shower."
shower.
And then they sprayed them with poisonous gas.
Yep.
So my boyfriend is saying to you,
Yeah.
right, Tony, about time someone talks about the other mass killers of the 20th century. And Ed is tuning in, and he's saying, "Two hot broads." I love when you include me in that, Ed, because Mandy's like half my age, so I love you, Ed. And Michelle's laughing. But yeah, that's like, I would say on vacation spots, that's like one of the last places I would choose.
Yeah.
Since I don't really get to
Auschwitz.
What made you decide? Made you decide to travel there?
We were in Germany. My brother was living there at the time, so we went to Germany to go see. It was only 2 years ago. We went to Germany to go see him. And what we had done was we road tripped. So we left where my brother was, and then we road tripped, and we just like went into Munich, and then through the Black Forest and everything, and so. And one of the things we were passing was Dachau, so we stopped in there to see it, and just to see what it was like, and it was horrible.
And my daughter went there, as part of a Jewish trip for free, and. And she said that at the end there was literally like a kind of like a gift shop.
No, I didn't see a gift shop.
Like they had postcards that you could buy.
Oh yeah, then
They
you walk out and there's like now they have like an altar, not an altar, but like a little spot for like if you're Christian you go in here and you pray, if you're Jewish you go in here and you pray and you do that. And then you go into where the ovens were and stuff. And it got so bad that towards the end where they were just shoveling the ashes of people and just throwing it into the woods. Like it's just, so they have spots marked off in the woods where like this is where some people are and stuff.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
She told me some terrible stories.
Oh, it was bad.
Like
all the experiments they did on it, the living quarters that they were in. It was only meant to hold, I think, like 30,000 people, and in the end, they had like 400,000 in there or something. It was just, it was just horrible.
My boyfriend's saying lampshades in the gift shop.
Yeah.
I thought I'm gonna get you. Cut it out.
That's not nice.
He is like more Jewish than I am.
Yeah.
Speaking of being Jewish,
I thought he was Italian.
He is Italian.
But he's a tightwad.
But he acts more Jewish.
I act more Italian than he does.
I'm kidding, Michael. That was just a chance to make a Jew joke.
Yes, he's always making like jokes about. Obviously, before me, he dated a girl who was Jewish also.
Oh, so you got a thing for Jew bro.
Yeah, I guess so. And she was very Jewish. Like she was from Forest Hill, Queens.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into it because I'm not supposed to divulge information.
So, Michael, you like being like talked down to. Stuff.
He had a rough time with that.
It's a whole emasculating thing. Is that what you had, Michael? Getting emasculated by the Jewish girl.
So Michael, he's saying that was bad even for me about the lampshades. You're right, Michael. You can get away with it because you have a Jewish girlfriend, so it's all right.
Listen,
because
you can't. No. First off, you can't get away with it because you have a Jewish girl. That's like my wife, Karen. So my wife's Irish.
Okay.
And she thinks because she's married to an Italian guy, she can call me a guinea, and she can't. And I yell at her all the time.
Yes, she can.
No, she cannot. No, she cannot.
What happens if she calls you guinea?
I get mad at her. I start yelling at her. Because don't call me guinea.
I'm gonna call you a Mick.
Well, it's Mick. Like who's in? There you Mick. Oh, you got me, dude.
You dumb alcoholic.
Yeah. I don't like being called.
Michael,
I don't mind like the white.
When the
like
red wob?
Cracker. No, when they go
Oh, okay. Anything umbrella white terms.
Cracker or whatever. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Honky. Okay. Whatever.
I love saying honky.
Somebody named Cameron Price goes booger lip. What does that mean?
Who's got a booger
Cameron
lip?
Price, Who, do you know him?
No.
Welcome to our show. Ham and cheese toe.
What is that?
Wow.
Cameron, explain yourself. I'm not quite sure what this means.
Yes.
But anyway,
Ed Swinbrinsky, I thought Jewish broads didn't like this stuff. That's what I've heard.
no, that's the opposite.
I've never been
It's the opposite. It's Jewish girls are known for doing that.
for blown guys. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what they're known for.
You heard it right here.
I thought they
on
were known
Wildflowers.
for being nasal.
I thought they were known for those little Kohler fucking
And being
slip-ons.
Like, you ever hear a joke like you Jewish broad and she's looking at the ceiling deciding what color to paint it? Like, you never heard that?
No, I hadn't heard that one.
And Michael goes, only if you marry them, LOL. That's true.
So wait, so Jewish women don't fillet until they get the ring. That's
No,
usually
the opposite.
that's how they get the ring. Though.
Right, you're correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, I know Greek girls always do it.
I think that's all girls, honestly, not just Jewish girls. All
That's-
girls are like trying to like wow that guy into the ring, and then once they get the ring, they don't give a fuck. But what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because once they're married, the man stops
came
giving the
What
woman
did
The
that
ring
attention.
or the blowjob? What came first?
The man stops giving the woman attention the way he used to. And so the woman doesn't give the man attention the way she used to. And what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know.
How much wine have you had? It's not that much.
Doesn't take much from me.
I hadn't heard that.
Oh, Cameron said, he goes, the picture in the back is going to be my Halloween costume. So I think he's talking about this.
This lady?
You're going to dress like a woman. Cameron, where are you from, Cameron
What is
Price?
that thing hanging on the back
That's Mandy. This is Mandy's house.
You mean the back of it? Those are things I wore on my wedding.
there? No, like, why is it on a...
I think
Why is it on?
it's cute art. It's very sexy.
It's like something out of Buffalo Bill's house in Silence of the Lambs.
No, it's like a
I got-
mannequin thing.
Yeah, it's a mannequin.
Whatever.
Yeah, Glenn had that bow tie on and that little handkerchief, and then that's my belt, and then my sister had that gold thing.
It's a snake. That
The
gold.
snake, yeah, the snake, and then the 42 was Glenn's. That's a Boy
There's
Scout.
a lot of meaning behind that.
That's
So
a very
don't
meaningful
diss
piece
it.
there.
DJ Kevin O'Neill says, "Why is this on Mullet of the Month page?"
Oh, that's your friend. He shared
His friend shared it. He's trying to get us more views.
mullet of
He
the
said
month.
that- Yes, I'm sure he shared it.
Yeah, that's Shawnee.
Ed is
Majestic
saying
as fuck.
that Bonnie's fucked up. I am not. I'm not fucked up. I'm just a little tipsy. I
Yeah.
had a tough day today.
She's a little
You know,
fucked up.
This is my break, and I only had this much of wine. Look at the bottle, okay?
Before the glass was like this, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta fill it up."
It's
It wasn't
going
even done.
But
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
this is neither one of them have helped me with this bottle.
No.
This is a full bottle.
Oh,
I only
speaking
drank
of
this
which-
much.
I wanted my little bubble.
Oh
bottle.
yeah, look at when you went in the bathroom, I was like, oh, that was from me too. I was
Yeah,
like, I need-
nice.
No, it's from Mandy too. Yes.
Yeah,
I was like, I
nice.
gave her money for
From
that.
both of
Nice
us.
bottle of bourbon that she got.
Because
that
you've
they
been an
got.
awesome co-host
Aw.
all those times.
I've
and
told you time and again, stop buying me
I know.
this expensive
I
shit because
I love to do it.
I cannot reciprocate.
You don't have to. You know, I do it because I
This bottle is awesome.
No, it is nice.
This would.
I love the way the bottle looks.
Yeah, this is like some
I don't
kind
know
of
what's in it, but
demented butt plug.
Yeah, seriously, that's where I was going.
Definitely.
oh, that reminds me when our last guest was here.
He put something up his ass.
No,
Oh.
it was Michelle Fox.
Oh,
She was the
okay.
guest before last. She was talking about we were talking
Fun
about
plugs.
TV shows. I Dream of Jeannie,
Oh
and she told me that Peter Bales dated the
Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden.
They didn't date, he just had sex with
They called it back then.
her.
Hey, I want to hear that story.
It's called
Right.
Going
Yeah.
Steady back in the day.
Bales. Peter Bales banged Barbara Eden, yes.
Wow.
That is that's true.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
sorry, Bales, for setting that out there.
No, we were gonna have
I'm
one.
continuing a class with him and Rich Walker that was stopped by COVID. At the brokerage, they still are not allowing anybody in there.
Yeah.
So
It's
we're all
terrible.
on hold. Ed
Oh.
says that bottle looks like it's at Tony's house. What does that mean?
Oh, because it's right here. You
Not
guys.
that bottle.
Now they're doubling up.
And David Lang said, "Looks like the I Dream of Genie bottle." Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It does. That's what it reminded me of. I just love the way it looked. I thought
I'm
it
sure
was
after I drink it, I'll
really
be.
cool.
I'll be
Dreaming a
You
genie.
go like this. You're like making wishes for yourself. Wouldn't it be great? Everybody always goes, okay, this is just on the cuff. If you had one wish, what would it be for both of you?
An unlimited life. I mean, an unlimited amount of wishes.
Everybody goes for
That's
that.
what you say.
I'm gonna say an unlimited amount of money.
Ooh.
No, I would just unlimited. My wish is
I would
to
stop
have
working.
an unlimited amount of wishes for the rest of my life. So, and then you see how it works because I would either live long or I'd die fast.
Wait, one of the things that we brought up a couple of times or touched upon in this old studio, but I never formally really asked you about, is you say you've encountered the dead
Yes,
and interacted with the
cool.
dead.
I've seen. No, yes.
Felix
All right.
is watching from Let's Eat Long Island. Hi, Felix.
Let's hear about these ghost
Ah,
encounters.
You want to start from the beginning?
Yes.
From when I was a
Yeah,
little,
your youngest
when I was a little-
experience.
You must have like one of those sixth sense.
My youngest, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, fucking got demons.
Yeah. My youngest experience was when I was probably about 6. Well, when I was smaller than that, I used to see stuff, but nobody,
They were like, "Shut up, Tony.
Yeah. So when I was 6,
Stop whining."
my brother James, he was a baby.
Okay.
He was an infant, and he was his crib was in my room. We shared the bedroom, and I remember one night he was just crying and crying. It was in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
Wow.
and he will not stop crying. He's just crying and crying. I woke up, and I looked like out of my bed. I just looked up to see, and it was this big, tall guy. Now both my parents are short, so I knew it wasn't.
And it was a demon,
It wasn't a demon. It was just this big, tall guy.
but not scary.
Oh, I was petrified because he was tall. He was just looking. He was just looking down at my brother like this,
That's scary.
and I was like
Yeah.
petrified
right.
with fear. And then finally, after like stuttering for a little bit, I finally screamed out, "Dad!" And like my parents came running in. He got her. Look, it was bad. Go to sleep. And I'm like, "That's why Jimmy was crying because the man was looking at him." And they're like, "He's got colic." I'm like, okay. And then throughout the time,
How old were you when that happened? 4?
like 6.
or 6?
Yeah, it was about 6 years old. 6 and a half. And maybe, yeah. And then, time and again after that, I would always see things going on. And I would tell people, I would tell my parents or whatever. And my mom one time responded to me. She said, "That's because you're bad. And the devil's coming to get you in your sleep." So that was kind of
Oh my
good.
God. That's terrible.
I remember my mom said to my sister one time, because she would always wear thrift store clothes, my mom's like, "It's because you're bringing home bad omens. You're wearing other people's shit. You're bringing home their fucking bad shit." We were like, oh, maybe that's true.
Maybe. You never know.
Wearing somebody's
Um,
fucking outfit around.
So that was the first experience. And then,
Felix from Let's Eat Long Island, Gov's Radio, is saying, "I see dead people actor from Sixth Sense child actor." Good one, Felix.
his name was Haley Joel Osment, Felix. And he
Oh my god, and he was magnificent.
And he was in The Boys. He still has a career. Just not as great as he used to be.
Oh, I love that show. That was
Yeah, I
great.
love The Boys.
That was amazing.
It's back on.
Nancy Weems is saying "Dead Flies."
Dead Flies?
I think that's a movie.
Oh.
But anyway, go
All
back.
right, so your next
So
experience.
the next
Next
one was
experience.
when I got older. When I was a teenager, we got a house in North Babylon. And the people who lived in the house, it was an old couple, Harry and Eva, they died in the house.
Oh my God.
And before we even moved in, my mom had a carpet cleaning company come in and clean all the carpets in the place. And the day we were moving in, we walked in, and it was white carpet in the living room. And in the middle of the floor of the living room after they got done cleaning everything, it was a gold E. It was a charm that you wore on the necklace. Was in the middle of the living room. So I was like, oh shit. Then it was like little things like the front door would open
Yeah.
on its own and then close, or like the doorbell would ring on its own. My mother had a plant that hung in the kitchen and it would just spin for no reason.
Oh my
Weird.
God.
All little stuff like that. So the first night we were there, my brother and I were in. Our bedroom was basically the whole upstairs of the house. It was so, and it was the the peak roof like that. So I'm up there and I'm hanging up all my heavy metal posters, and shit like that. And my mother's like, I gotta put that crap up there. And I go, it's I'm up here.
It's your room.
whatever.
You decorate it the way you want.
So that night, I'm sleeping, and I heard a weird noise, and I opened my eyes, and I saw two of my posters were off the wall, and the third one was floating down. And then I looked over at the next one, and the thumbtacks were coming out of the wall, and it was floating.
Oh my God.
So I said, my brother, I woke him up. Now he's at the time
Jim, we got another one.
yeah, at the time he was probably because he's 6 years younger than me, so I was like 15. So he's what is that 11? No,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Yes. You do the math.
And 9. And I'm like, watch. He's like, what? And the next one went there. And he's like, oh. And I was like, shit. And it went down the whole line, and they all came out. Eventually, it got to the point where I was actually starting to see them, where it was like we had a fireplace, and it had a mantle on it, and my mom had all this bric-a-brac, and my job was I had to dust all the bric-a-brac.
What is that, like tchotchkes?
Yeah, tchotchke shit. So was a big mirror, went from one wall to the other, this huge mirror. And I was dusting or whatever, and then I looked up, and there was an old man standing behind me. And I turned around quick, and he was gone. I used to see him walking all the time. Every now and then I'd see the lady. She'd come by. Another time, my brother experienced it. I didn't do it. My brother experienced it. He was in bed, and then he heard a noise in our bathroom. And he went in there, the shower was on. Like somebody turned the shower on, and he was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all kinds of weird shit. Yeah. So that was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, David Lange is saying, I think those Travel Channel supernatural shows are so popular because so many of us have had strange experiences over our lives.
I know a lot
it's a
of
creepy world out there.
that people have had experience with a
Or
lot of
people maybe
my,
don't
my
want to
new
admit
house
that they
now.
had it.
My new house now that I'm in, we've been in there for 7 years, and I've seen. We have an old lady that walks around, very nice. She walks around, and with a little girl, that one kind of freaks me out a little bit when I see the little girl. But,
Oh my God.
I was washing.
That's why we need the screen button.
I was washing dishes one day. It was broad day, in the middle of the day. I'm washing the dishes, and in my kitchen, the entrance to the dining room is right next to me. So I'm washing the dishes, and I looked over, and she was standing right there. This little girl, she had like little pigtails and braids, and like little beige dress on. She was just standing there looking at me, and I was like, oh, like I fucking jumped in it.
Yeah,
and I was
seriously.
like, don't do that. And then I looked, and she was gone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Felix said, oh damn, I lived in North Babylon. Was it on Woods Road?
No, it was on Pickwick Lane, Felix. I lived
I've
on
heard of
Pickwick
Pickwick Lane.
Yeah.
I know that. Michelle Astor saying, I had a Christmas decoration fly at my head across a room.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Chris and I just stood there in awe. Oh my God. In your house that you're in now? I've been to Michelle's house, so I don't know.
Yeah, I had that. When Karen and I first started dating, she was living in a house. She was renting a house with a friend of hers, and I didn't want to say anything to her. The house used to be a school, like a nursery school, something like that.
Okay.
And then it got converted into a house or whatever. And I didn't want to say anything to her. But when I first started dating her, there was an old lady there. She used to stand by next to the fireplace, and she would just give me this scowl. Like she did not like me.
Oh my God.
Give me this scowl. And she looked like she was probably from
Like a witch.
1910 to 19, somewhere around there, and the outfit that she had on and stuff. She wasn't like a witch. She just looked like an old immigrant lady. Like she had on a red and black checkered dress, and she had the black babushka on her thing, and she just.
I wonder if you get to pick the outfit that you show up in when you're a ghost.
She just stare at me. I think it's what you buried in, but I'm not 100%
Oh my
sure.
God.
So I'm gonna have to
Because
be
I
super
saw my
specific.
What happens if
grandfather
you're
once.
cremated?
And he was in a suit.
I saw my grandfather once, and it was what he was in the coffin. In.
That's
That's what he
weird.
was wearing.
Oh my
In his
God.
house. I
How
was
old were you?
In my 20s.
Wow.
I was after he passed. My grandmother was all by herself in a house, and my mother was like, "You gotta go live with your grandmother." And I was
These
like,
your mom's parents now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, I was like just getting. I had my own place and everything like that, and I was like, "Come on,
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, she's in that house all by herself. It's not safe." Okay. And one night I was in my room and I was reading a book, and I could feel like somebody looking at me, and I looked up, and my grandfather, he was standing in the doorway, just looking at me. And didn't, I can't hear if they say anything. I can't hear it. I can just see him. Some people can communicate with him and shit like that. I can't do that. I can just see him. And he was looking at me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I went like this, and I opened my eyes, and he was still there. And I just closed my eyes, and I just said, I used to call him Pop, my grandfather. And I said, "Pop, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but you are scaring the shit out of me. I'm sorry." And then I opened my eyes
Go,
again,
Pop.
and he was gone.
Well, okay, a couple of things. Just so, Michelle Astor was saying that the bad energy wasn't in the house that she's in now; it was in her last house.
Wow.
Your mother is saying, "I hope you didn't bring any of these people to your house, Mandy."
Oh,
No, I don't think the rule is that they follow.
They can't.
spirits follow the
It's not that they
person.
follow you; they can be guided towards you. And the people that the
Spirits
spirits
that I hang
that
with.
I've dealt with have all been either lost or something like that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I did the what we had going on in North Babylon. That's considered like poltergeist. They're stuck to the house. They don't
Okay.
follow you. Whereas I see you're like a beacon for. See, this is how I learned all this stuff because.
For the ghosts.
Yeah,
I think it's
I learned all
very
this stuff because I'm
interesting.
friends with Larry Caputo, and his wife is the Long
Oh,
Island medium.
that's right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I
I think
asked
he's
him
going to be
about
at this mic that I'm going to after tonight at Zicky's.
Larry. Larry lives
Oh
in
no, not Larry.
Larry lives in Malibu. Maybe his daughter,
No,
Victoria.
this was a guy that's he performs on Governors, and his wife is a medium.
Oh, there must
That's
be
not-
another
That's
set.
not Larry.
It's not
Oh,
Larry.
that's Eric. To tag me.
Eric.
Yes.
I think he's
It's
going.
Sue-
I'm
Sue,
going
yeah,
to
his
Rich
wife.
Walker's mic, and he's going to be there.
His wife is a medium too. But Larry told me with Teresa, it never happened when she was a kid or anything. It just came at her
Oh, that's
and
weird.
it was like people popping at her and stuff like that. And to the fact where she thought she was going insane.
Yeah.
She was
Oh
getting
my
ready
God.
to go lock herself away somewhere. She thought she was insane. And then this woman who was a medium met up with her and they told her everything, how to work it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how she could go. Yeah, Larry said that when it first happened to her, she honestly thought she was going nuts.
Well,
She thought
yeah.
it was-
I mean,
it
you're
was-
hearing voices, and I would think most people would have it since they were a kid, and then I never heard of anything like that, like it coming on when you're older.
It usually most kids can see it, and then as you get older and get more cynical, it dissipates. Like
It's kind of like the belief in Santa Claus.
yeah, it's like my little
That Polar Express thing.
my niece Jillian. She's what 10 now. When she was like 2-3 years old, she'd sit in her room and she would be giggling and like all this stuff. And,
Yeah.
And mom would say, "Well, what were you laughing at?" And she always talk about her imaginary friend,
Yeah.
Happy Joe. Oh, he was flying around the ceiling and this and that. And she's like, "Oh," and then he was doing this, Happy Joe, blah blah. And then one day they went to my grandmother's house and she went to the picture of their grandfather. And she's like, "There's Happy Joe."
Oh my god.
My grandfather's name was Joe.
Because of the show. That's
She
crazy.
She was like, "There's Happy Joe." Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids see it more
Yeah.
than adults. I
Just
never
like
read
in that show.
Yeah.
The one with
The Sixth Sense.
the Sixth Sense.
Yes.
So just a couple of things.
Okay.
Nancy Weems goes, "The
Calling
only
me a
spirits
charlatan."
there are on Mandy's table." Felix goes, "No ghost captions, LOL." Charlie Minsma says, "Who drinks wine with a straw? Scary for sure." So I replied to him, I love you. Try not to mess up my
She
lipstick.
didn't want to mess up a lipstick.
That's why I drink wine from a straw.
That's because once the lipstick comes off,
It's already off, even with the.
You can never put it back
Look, Mandy
on.
has such great lipstick, and it stays on her lips, and I put it on, and it just disappears. It's like a ghostly thing. I don't get it.
We have a couple of things that are possessed around here.
Yeah, my lipstick disappears, and I go to extra lengths to contain the lipstick, and it doesn't help. And she does nothing, and it stays on her lips.
It's the
Not
ghost
fair.
whacking it off.
Oh, Carrie Mishma is saying, love it, but I'm a girl. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. I didn't understand that you were a girl.
Carrie, she's a little tipsy. So
All right. Even whether you're a girl or not girl, welcome to our show, and
She
I
loves
hope
you.
you enjoy it. So, let's go on to a different topic.
they get scared.
Enough
Yeah.
ghost stories.
We have like less than 17 minutes left.
Okay.
So, how has this pandemic with the COVID hit you?
With a bat. What do you mean? How is it hit?
Like
I haven't gotten
personally?
it. I know of 6 people that passed from COVID.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
My aunt and uncle they didn't, knock wood, they
Right,
made
right.
through, but they were like one of the first people in Suffolk County.
Well, they were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first people that people were like, there's no confirmed cases. It's not real. I'm like, Tony's fucking aunt and uncle. I know,
I know
it's
it's
fucking
real.
real. Like, I know for a fact that it's
Yeah,
actually
they were in
real.
the hospital
Like,
for like 2 weeks
yeah, I'm like,
because of it.
pretty sure that it's real.
I think it was here beforehand.
I think I fucking started it.
I
when
think
was-
you gave it to me, you
Remember when
bitch.
you called her Typhoid Mary?
Yeah,
I think she had the first
Typhoid
case,
Mandy.
and she brought.
I started taking
Yeah.
What
Claritin.
did I say? I'm
totally
sorry. What
went
did I
away.
say?
What did you say? To Claritin?
Yeah.
You're so full of shit. Your
She
eyes are
came
brown.
in. She was like coughing.
Yeah.
She was so fucking sick.
Passed it right on to
And
me.
I was like,
you
I have
were the
bronchitis.
buffer between me and her.
Yeah,
And
I got it.
And I think she
Bitch.
brought it in.
I started it for sure.
Yes.
Felix is like, save the rest for Halloween.
Ca-
This is like a Halloween show.
Karen was sick in like
My whole family bought
January,
it.
late January,
Yeah, she
January,
fucking
early
started
February,
it.
and coughing and coughing and coughing. She went to the doctors, and they're like, "Oh, you have a
Yeah.
respiratory infection."
Yeah, thanks.
And she's like, "I'm not coughing anything up. It's just
Right.
coughing, and I got this fever, and and this and that."
They didn't know back then.
She had it. I'm pretty sure.
And I'm pretty sure my whole family had it. Wait,
Yeah, you had it.
she had it.
You gave
you
me the
had
COVID.
it. We had it. Then
We're
my
all,
family
we
had
all
it.
have it.
We all had it, and we all survived. And
And get on with it.
I don't like the way everything is turned, what it's turned into now.
the politics of it is really sad.
That's the problem. Is that
Absolutely.
everybody is taking it and using
masks,
it as a
the not
political
masks.
weapon to do.
What is your opinion? No, I don't want to pinpoint you, but
I'm a moderate. I don't like either
I
side.
love that you're
Yeah,
not.
They
yeah,
both
you're
suck.
like- You're like
I
anybody's
love how
involved
you're
in
even
it.
because you have two very good friends who are so
Yeah.
right,
And I have a lot of friends that are to the left too.
and friends to the left. And I have friends to the left that I'm fine with them as long as they don't attack me and tell me not to tell me what
Well,
to
that's
say.
the problem now is that nobody listens
Nobody
to
listens.
each other anymore.
And Felix
You
is like,
just-
debate tonight.
Uh,
I know. I'm going to be at Zicky's. I'm going to miss
You're
it.
just waiting for your turn to speak. You don't listen to what the person
Sorry.
is saying. No. This is how the world is, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
No, I do it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
The world is just nobody, when you're having a conversation with somebody, they're not listening to what they're saying.
Right.
You're just waiting for your turn. There was a time back in the day where Republicans and Democrats worked together
Yeah.
to make the country great, and it for our benefit. Now all they care about is filling their bank accounts
Yep.
and just making the other side look bad. It doesn't matter what could happen. President Trump could say, "All right, so this is what we're going to do. Everybody gets, $1 million, and we're going to rebuild and everything." And then the Democrats will be like, "Oh, this is bullshit. He's a whatever monger, this, that, this." And then on the other side, you get Nancy Pelosi come out and go, "All right, I got this bill, and we want to rebuild all the stuff," and everybody. And then the Republicans are like, "Oh, these Democrats." Then
Oh, yeah, it's always back and forth.
either
and back.
side will
I just want to
watch
say,
the country
Terry's mom
burn.
is watching right
Who?
now. Terry's mom.
Barbara.
Hey, hi, Barbara.
How are you?
I had this conversation with your son this morning. Either side they will stand there and watch this country burn to the ground.
No,
Just-
I'm not
just-
like that.
Just
I
to
will
me,
listen to
you're
reason.
not a politician either. I'm talking about the
Well, the
politicians.
politicians.
They will stand there and watch this country burn to the ground just so they don't have to agree with what the other side is saying. And that's wrong. It's wrong.
I see your point.
Politicians do not care about us. Remember that. They do not. They do not care about us. Sitting Bull said, left wing, and right wing is attached to the same bird. Politicians do not care about you. Stop thinking that they do, because they don't. Two-party system is flawed. It needs to be eliminated. And
You
that's
heard it here first.
Felix from Let's Eat Long Island and Governor's Comedy Club Radio said, I saw a dead person on TV, Joe Biden, LOL, Walking Dead. Jeez. That's kind of very contradictory to what Tony just said,
There was.
but I love it.
Did you watch that debate
But
last week?
Felix
It was
said
pathetic.
Tony speaks the truth.
I do. Because we should all be
Ah,
together. It's just,
my boyfriend said that I should run for president.
you?
No, I'm too crazy to be a presidential candidate. And I don't have enough money to run my campaign.
All you need is, what, how many signatures?
I don't know.
I
I
can
have
get the
it.
signatures, but I don't have the money to back it up.
Um,
We'll just keep saying it's an open mic sheet and just
They-
Kevin I can just sign it.
they don't care.
You want a spot for that?
They don't care. It's just, it's terrible. Everybody worries. Everybody worries about what everybody else is doing. Like they're worried about what is this guy doing? What is that? Who are you?
What does he have?
What does this guy got? What is? Like you worried about labels on people and stuff like that. If you're gay, be gay. Be great at it. If you're straight, be straight. If you're trans, be trans. And if anybody disagrees with what you say, tell them to go shit in their hat. Fuck them. It's your life. Fuck them. I never understood that. Like people getting all upset about trans and shit like that. If you have enough time on your hands to worry about where Caitlyn Jenner takes his shit, you have too much fucking time on your hands. Go get a fucking job. Be a fucking active member of society.
I love it.
You got me all fired up now.
Felix from Let's Eat Long Island said, new party, let's do it. The Wildflowers party. and Terry McNeely's mom, Barbara Ann, is saying, how many fish did you get today?
None, because your son's the black cat.
The black cat, I'm assuming that's not good.
It's bad luck.
That's a bad luck omen.
So
I always look back.
today's Wednesday. My father and I and my brother were at this same spot Sunday, slaughtering the fish.
Yeah.
Slaughtering the fish.
Regular honey hole.
Back there today, my father, me, and Terry, the water was exactly the same as it was moving. Not one goddamn fish, Mrs. McNeely, because your son is the friggin'
Well,
great.
if he didn't complain so much.
Cooler.
Terry McNeely's mom is going, hey!
I'm sorry, but that's what it is.
That's hilarious. I was just saying, Barbara, that you are so awesome, and thank you so much for giving my dad prayers when he was in the hospital. He's doing much better
Is he good?
now. He's at home.
Oh, that's good. God
And
bless.
he's, he can't have the crazy meals he was eating before and the liquor he was having before. He's not happy about it, but we're doing it to prevent the surgery.
What's going on?
He has a something bowel, a something restricted bowel.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a tiny line,
Yeah.
and he's supposed to eat better.
Right.
I eat just like my dad. I'm exactly like him, and
So you're
it's
probably
hard.
going to have a problem, too.
oh yeah, and he doesn't like fruits or vegetables, and it affects you later
Yeah.
in life. He's
I-
91.
I don't like
Let the guy
vegetables.
live and drink alcohol
You gotta-
and eat what he wants
I
to
eat fruit. I eat a lot of fruit, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
All right, so Barbara is saying she's glad. She loves you, Tony. Of course she loves
Do you guys do any more Smitty and Dutch?
No, we
films?
haven't.
Oh, that's the
'cause-
tails, the
Fish
fish tails.
Michael wants to know, what are you catching, blues or striper? I don't even know what
They're
that
not
means.
catching
We
anything.
didn't catch anything today, Michael. Sunday we got blues.
What are you supposed to be catching?
I don't even know what that means. It's a different type of
Bluefish.
fish.
Well, that's right.
Blues.
We were catching snappers, which are little bluefish.
Okay.
the baby bluefish. And then I hooked a nice striper, but I lost him because he was on. I was using my snapper pole, which was like ultralight with 4-pound test line on it. I fought him for about 10 minutes, and then the line finally snapped. So,
Whoa,
sorry.
that's scary.
Yeah.
Scott Hess is a new listener, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?" I don't know, Scott. Welcome to the madness. We only have 5 minutes to go, so Tony,
Yeah.
we want to know. Oh wait, Felix is saying, Tony, do my show for Halloween.
What
and
do you
bring
miss
your
about us
spirit
most?
friends. Do it.
Send me a message.
I'm
through-
an unofficial co-host of Felix's show.
Send me a
so-
message through Facebook
Messenger.
Messenger, Felix, and I'll see what I can do. The problem is Halloween is my wedding anniversary, so I got
it
married.
would probably be not really on the real
Okay,
Halloween.
so I got married on Halloween.
And
so
Bill
that's-
Hansen is saying all they caught was a buzz. No, just me.
No, we don't drink.
These two are straight. I'm the one.
We don't drink. We go fishing. It's
Michelle
straight
wants
up-
to know where were you fishing?
Today
Classified.
I was out in the town of Spionk. That's all you're gonna get from me.
Well, now that there's no fish there, you
So
can
we only
give
have
the spot away.
4 minutes.
Okay, so
What do you want to say? Do you want to promote anything in the last 4 minutes? Do you want to
I
say
have-
anything in the last?
Did
4
you
minutes?
miss
nothing
us?
Of course, I missed you
We
guys.
love you.
You not so much.
No, I was thinking about it earlier today.
What-
You made me super conscious of my voice and talking and
We do.
shushing up and
We do
I tried to teach you
overpower
guys.
each other.
I tried to teach you guys
We
what I
appreciate
learned
it.
no, it's
from
good.
my 10 years on radio. But yeah, of course I missed doing the show and I missed you guys.
Aw.
But I stayed away for your sake because I didn't want to get.
I know, you're like, I don't want to be the Grim Reaper. We're
Yeah.
like, come on, you don't want to get sick. You're like, no, I don't want to.
I don't want to
kill
be the
you
guy to
guys.
give it to you because I see
You're like,
about 30 different people a day.
Yeah.
So with the day job, so there's a good chance that one of them might, I know it's only like 1% of whatever,
Yeah.
the population.
Yeah,
but
you never know.
You never know.
It's just chance.
Yeah, no, and it was
Bill
really.
Hansen, thank you. He's saying it was a great show.
Thank you,
Thank-
Bill.
thank
It's not over yet.
And Michelle is saying, okay, great fishing out east. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to go fishing, but go for those of you who do, go for it. Mandy, you want to talk about Halloween?
Yeah, gotta come to the show.
We only have 3 minutes.
Free show, open bar, comedy night,
Where?
costumes mandatory here.
At your
Deer
house?
Park. Yeah, it's an outdoor show. All you gotta do is RSVP to me. Bonnie's on that show. I'm on that show. Will Romero, who was our guest last time. Tony was asked but can't do it.
Again.
It's his anniversary.
Anniversary.
That's the
Sorry.
best excuse ever. Ever.
But I got all the info. I'll put it up again. We'll put Tony up again. We'll put Smitty and Dutch up again.
Yeah. We haven't made a new Fishtails in a while.
Well, you did one. I thought that I saw that was newer. No,
Somewhat new.
I thought
We haven't
saw
done one.
something.
We haven't done one in a while.
I think it was him just banter. I think
His-
it was just him harassing you.
He's got to be like in a mood to do it, I guess. I don't know. I always say to him, let's do a Fishtails. And he's like, man, this is not good.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like,
not.
all
My
of a sudden-
creative
All of
juices
a sudden,
are
he's
flowing.
Scorsese, and it's got to be the perfect location.
Fishtail.
It's got to be the perfect
It's go
location.
time, baby.
I'm like, it's 3 minutes long. All we need is we could literally do them in my backyard. Like, we got to hold a fishing pole in your hand. And, no, I want the water in the bag and blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
It won't be authentic.
Yeah.
We're not on the fucking
He's Oliver
bay.
Stone. He wants it perfect. So, I don't know.
So David Lane just saying, another fun
Yeah.
show. This hour goes by too quickly. Thank you, David Lane.
Thank
And-
you.
And
Keep watching
Terry's
Wildflowers.
mom, Barbara Ann, has said you gotta get on Fishtails. I'll nag it.
Yes.
Nag
Yeah,
him,
you get
Barbara.
on Miss McNeely because I talk to him and he just blows me off.
Aw.
So,
Oh, and David Lang said thanks, Wildflowers and Tony. We have to get David Lang on this show. He's so funny. He's a really funny guy. My boyfriend says now I
Lange?
know why
Lang.
Tony tells
Lang,
such
right?
great stories. He's a fisherman, and Tony Landolfi. Yes, he is. He's funny for other reasons, not just because he's a fisherman.
Yeah, you should see me naked. You really like.
Funny looking.
Terry's mom is giving us a thumbs up. It really is pretty much the end of the hour. What, I'm looking
Do you
at
have
my...
any last remarks?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
really
God.
8:30. We have to go.
Look how
Thank
much,
you so much.
how
We
much,
love you
how
guys.
much wine is gone.
And I'm
Oh
going
my
to
God.
an open mic
And
after
it's just
this
going to
with
drive.
Rich Walker. I'm meeting Esther Forrester because we are doing an interesting thing about Jews. Esther Forrester put up a post that I am the worst Jew ever. And then I said, no, I am the worst Jew ever. Because I'm with my Italian boyfriend on Yom Kippur eating shellfish. And then she said, I want to do a show on who is the worst Jew ever. So we got Chaim, who this is the certified Jew. I can't even pronounce his
Is
name.
he gonna judge you guys?
No, he's he's part of the competition.
He's in the worst Jew competition.
And I said, whoever wins the worst Jew ever wins the grand prize, which is a yarmulke.
that you have to wear around.
You have to wear the yarmulke?
Oh, Terry's mom is saying bye. All have a great weekend. Belle Hanson is giving us hearts.
Good night,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Is giving us thumbs up.
Thank you guys
Love you guys.
for having me
Tune in next
on.
week for Dan Romano. That's going to be a show
Oh,
that is
jeez.
going to be a crazy show.